Hello, I'm Judith Henry, and I just finished this gear card that I want to share with you. It's a pop-up card, and I think the men in your life are going to really like this. But the big thing about this card is that you actually can make this for different occasions. And so whatever I have on the front here, you can come up with your own sentiment. And it's really fun when you open it up because it pops up these gears all over the place. Now I don't have this completely glued down, so if it pops out, I'm sorry. But there you have it. It has gears and it's embellished on both sides. This is the version that I did with cardstock, and I haven't quite got everything glued down, but I was so excited to be able to show you today just what I've been doing and working on this card. And as you can see, it's a pretty thick card when you make it with cardstock. And so the second card that I made, I used vinyl, and I also used a clear polycarbonate plastic for the stand, so it's very thin. Now, I don't think I need to teach you how to put vinyl onto the plastic, but what I need to do is explain to you what comes in the kit. I have created a print and cut version, so if you want to do the different colors like my first card, you can do this, and because it has a legend down at the bottom for each color, you can play around with it in your software and change the colors around to find the color combinations that you like. Then I take it and I made it into a PDF so that I could print them, and it's just on the back of some colored paper because I don't have paper size that's 12 by 12. But this is what you need to be using when you try to put this together onto the platform. So the platform is two cards, two pieces. The outside, and it comes with a small gear pattern. It says all geared up, and then the inside it says for another year. So for another year, happy birthday. For another year, retirement, anniversary. There's all sorts of things you could be using. And so the format is like many of my other cards are, you have the 5x7 card. So the front card is 10 by 7. Inside you have two smaller pieces that holds the mechanism, and this mechanism has 4 slots. It's symmetrical. And I like the version where the inside seam is not together. It makes it so that it folds easier and allows the pop-up to come up and down better. So the gluing of this is just along the one side on each side. So you have your outer fold already done. I'm going to put this over here. Now, the pieces that go inside are out of this polycarbonate, and you can find it online. You can find any kind of plastic type material that's clear. This is actually for frosted. What I bought was Cricut's metallic vinyl. There's one set that you can get 4 different colors within it. This pattern has 5 different colors in it to alternate. And as you can see, this one has silver and gunner black. It has a glossy black. It has copper, gold. This one has the silver in it. And what I did is I cut those out. Of course, you have to weed them. That's probably the hardest part to it, is doing the weeding. But it has a fold line. You want to fold it so when you put it into your folder, the folds are coming towards you. It closes easier that way. And I have given you this sheet that I showed you before to show you how the colors go. Now the files within the zip file has the colors separated out and numbered according to the legend down here so that you can easily identify which pieces go where. I did on this one use the metallic, and because it's metallic, the back side of a metallic is silver. So you will need to cut each one of these twice, the gears, so that you can put it on both the front and the back. And I actually did the reverse order on the back so that it looks as though the piece is the same on a reverse image. All right, so let's go back to this, and I'm just going to show you half of it. It's symmetrical, both sides are the same except for a few areas where they are reversed. So the first piece that I have is the back arch, and the arch comes together at A on the sheet. I don't know if you can see that. The A from one piece, the slit is down at the bottom. The A on the other piece is the slit at the top. So to start with, I am going to put these in my card, and they go into the middle center. And I'm just going to dry mount it right now. And these two pieces slide together. There we go. And then it's basically a V-fold, as you can see. And when it closes, it just folds right within the card. Okay, so let's glue this down. What I use is the score tape, and I'm going to glue it to this piece, not down on the bottom, but onto this piece. And so my folds are folding so that the angle is forward. And you can tell that which one it is supposed to go into because these have a small tab and the front ones are a large tab. Okay. So this one goes in here. They kind of snap in. Make sure you press good and hard down on it so it's in there. Do the same thing on this side. Now it's going to stay together better because it's glued in, it's not going to fall out. The front pieces are a smaller bracket. They are the ones on the inside. C and D, it has two little slits on it. That is going to go into a third piece. Okay, so from here, we need to make sure that we've got them angled the right directions. You will want to have this angled this way. then we're going to glue them in the same way, just a little adhesive on the top of the tab. If you use vinyl that is just colored, you only need to cut one set of the gears, because vinyl ones, the color goes all the way through, and the glue, the adhesive, is clear, and when you put it on your vinyl, it is going to show up on both sides. You can see how the pieces are facing each other, going in. We have done the top two pieces on this, and now we're going to do the pieces that connect from one V-fold to the individual legs. And there's a slot here, and there's a slit here that's open on both ends. That's not open on both ends. This one is open. And so since this one is a slot, the silver will go there. And since this has just a small slot, it is going to, and you might need to twist this in, slot in first, and then position it so that that gear, as you can see, this gear goes through that slot. And when it closes, it all lays down flat. And you might have to train it for a while. Oops. But as you can see, that folds a lot thinner than the other one does. So let's put the other side on. Slot to slot. This one's the one that is inside. I might not have that. There we go. And then the slot. And make sure your center one. And then when you fold it in, it all flows in flat. So all geared up for another year. Happy birthday. And that is how you put together the pop-up card. It's possible that you might have to tape right here to keep it from sliding out, but this is pretty impressive to me. I love the colors. I love the festivity of this one though also. And you can certainly do this as a cut and print, but having the colors on all four sides makes this card just very special. So thanks for being with me and sharing this new card with me, and happy crafting.